no, you can't just plant trees. We have trees like eucalyptus. You're not supposed to plant eucalyptus alongside the river banks. You can make the rivers to dry. Yeah, so there are some species of trees.
It's way too hot away from normal. Na all these inakuwa affected by like us. Sisi wenyewe sisi ndio chanzo cha climate change to be specific. Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to the Opportunist at Stan FM. I'll be your host. My name is Dennis Merrill, together with my co-host
Karish Prudence. And before we start, we'll just like to remind you that you can subscribe to all our social media platforms, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as Stan Media or Self-Taught Academy Network.
Yeah, that's right. So today we want to tackle a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Most especially because everyone is involved, every party is involved, every other person is involved. And I wanted us to look at climate change. Yeah, so maybe we just start by defining climate change because to my understanding, kuna wengine tunawasikianga tu climate change, you don't know, like in depth climate change nini.
Yeah, actually what climate change is.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So to me, what I would, climate and change, those are two different words.
Yeah,
so we have climate and then we have change. So according to me, what I will definitely say about climate change is that climate change is a significant variation of weather. Like when it changes conditions, the weather conditions changes, maybe becoming from wet to wetter, and then basically favorable weather conditions. Yeah.
So climate change, like vile sometimes unapata it's way too cold, from normal. Sometimes it's way too hot away from normal. Na all these inakuwa affected by like us, sisi wenyewe sisi ndio chanzo cha climate change to be specific. Yeah, so we just wanted us to look at maybe the causes of climate change, because I understand there are a lot of things that humans are involved in that affect climate. Yeah, so first of all, I think like when you're producing power, for example, so there's a lot that goes on kwa hiyo industry ndio electricity go produce.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like some things should be minimized, but then tunatumia like a lot of power. Because I don't think right now, like naona kila mse ako na electricity. Iko Ushago, iko Etao.
Yeah, like even diaspora places now they have electricity. So
everybody has electricity.
Yeah, most of the people.
Yeah.
Even in those areas kwenye hakujifikia, you find out that it's almost getting there. They're trying by all means to make sure that there is power in those areas. Power is everything.
Yeah, power is everything.
Be it communication, you need power because there is no way you can communicate without charging your phone.
Definitely.
And then for Wi-Fi things, that is like
power.
That is power.
Yeah, so electricity is everything, but we should also try and minimize on some of those because we understand when that electricity is being produced, there's a lot that takes place. It also happens in affect climate change. So like cutting down of trees, this is something imekuwa ikiongelelewa right from nikiwa mtoi, kwa tuna grow up tukisikia wakisema if you cut down one tree make sure you grow two or more.
Plant 3 or 2 more. Yeah, it's something that I really support, most especially when I look at in our village, our home, we have so many trees and we have so many species of trees. But then you can't just plant trees. We have trees like eucalyptus. You're not supposed to plant eucalyptus alongside the river banks. You can make the rivers to dry.
Yeah.
So there are some species of trees that you're supposed to plant along the river banks. But for trees like eucalyptus, it's most advisable that you don't plant them karibu na mito, because eucalyptus zinanyonya maji sana. Yeah, so they take a lot of water. If you plant them along the rivers, it's most likely that huo mto utakauka. And there's most of the people depend on that river water. Animals,
most of the people.
Everyone, you depend. Be it even for irrigation in your farm, you're still depending on that water.
Yeah, so it's important to do the type of trees na places zinafaa kuwa planted.
Yeah, it's
because I just learned that, by the way.
Yeah, it's something new. I know.
I don't know much about trees, but I just learned that. That's nice.
You're not supposed to plant eucalyptus alongside the river banks because they dry the river. And the river water is very it's the basic water that people get. And it's not just useful to human beings but also animals. And then if you talk of irrigation, that time you normally use the river water. So if you go ahead and plant eucalyptus trees, we're going to have drought, because eucalyptus, they absorb a lot of water. And so ukizipanda hapo zinanyonya maji mingi from the rivers. Actually, I learned this from Governor Wilbur Hasilo Tichilo, the Vihiga County governor. That guy, he's a very good guy when it comes to climate. He told us that you can do some other species of trees like grevillea, you can do pines, you can do cypress at the river banks, but don't do eucalyptus. Even the climate people, they normally advise that.
Yeah, so it's only easy if you unataka ku dwell on planting trees and stuff. It's easier learn the types of trees na the type of places unaweza ziplant, because basically sahi tumeona hapa hivi eucalyptus. Me didn't know that part, but then it's a learning process. Every day you learn.
Every day you learn.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts? Niliona the CS Kindiki aliweka 13th of November public holiday.
Wow, I really love that part. Most especially anything that has to do with the environment. Count me in always.
100%.
If you make that a public holiday, it's something that is very nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it really makes sense, because he's actually done that for everyone to at least plant a tree on 13th November. Which is something very nice. And I would really like to ask you people, please go out there, plant trees. Panda mti, ukishapanda, trees are just everything.
Trees are life.
Clean air that you are breathing, it's all about trees, because they absorb the carbon
dioxide.
Yeah, the carbon monoxide that is there, and then we get to get the fresh air that we are breathing. And then trees also prevent soil erosion. Trees are just everything that we need. Be it even if you cut a tree today, but tomorrow you plant the same day you plant two, at least it's a replacement.
Yeah, that's why. So I feel like kila mzee ukitumia like your holiday, your holiday imepeanwa. I know you Kenyans,
but
by the way.
Who are Kenyans?
Unaweza decide kutumia holiday vile unataka, but then I can just imagine if every one of us angepanda like one or maybe two trees for that day. Unajua that's going to be a lot of trees.
That's a very big plus. It's a plus. So it's a very big plus.
Yeah, na ita help kukabi mambo ya climate change, because it's been going on for the longest time, as far as I'm concerned.
Even in the climate summit, that summit that was there from 4th to 6th September this year. So guys, if we just want to have a beautiful environment, hakuna mtu atataka kuishi in a place that is very dry. We always want to stay in a serenity that is very appealing, that you get to breathe fresh air, unapata shade. But if you continue cutting trees, what do you expect to plant trees for you tomorrow?
Yeah, because you realize once you cut down the trees ilikuwa ina store that carbon dioxide. So if you cut them down, definitely your carbon dioxide ndio itakuwa inatoweka. So itakuwa ina emit like all of that out to us. But in real sense, we don't need that much carbon dioxide.
Even plus trees, they're the ones that attract rain.
Yeah, definitely.
Miti zikiwa pale, mvua inanyesha, na hakutakuwa na kiangazi, and we'll definitely get food. If there is no rain,
there is no rain,
no food.
Yeah,
and people will end up starving. malnutrition,
Yeah, there's a
dying,
lot. There's
death,
a lot that comes
everything.
with
Yeah,
this
there is a
climate
lot that
change.
comes with it.
Yeah, because I also realized maybe that was just but a few of like we were trying to just look at the causes of climate change, but then I'm like trying to look at the effects. You know, I think the effects have more weight because ukiangalia vitu zime happen from that time to now, it's a lot and a lot is still going on. Juu nakumbuka hata Prezo akisema hiyo stuff ya El Nino kutakuwa, and then it's beautiful how the El Nino came, ilikuja jo ingine kali mpaka nikajiuliza me I know El Nino ni maji.
Yeah, and then people started asking, is this El Nino thing even real?
Yeah.
Because they told us that kutakuwa na El Nino, and then boom, the sun is really shining.
The sun was so hot mpaka nilikuwa yani ukisimama hivi unasikia nikaa unaungua mwili
yote. Yako
yote.
inachomeka, your bald uko zile za
Una shine. Yeah, so I feel like nini having the hotter temperatures ilikuwa ina make difficult because personally for someone like me sipendi kutembea kwa jua, especially for a fact jua ina shine
almost everyone.
Una get
na kwa jua you can't even walk for like 10 minutes as you're comfortable, but when the weather is calm you'll be like, I can even trek for like so many kilometers, 5 kilometers I'll trek without being exhausted. Najua pia jua ikikubit
unaisha nguvu haraka sana,
and then plus njaa inachapa
mbaya sana. So I feel like the hotter temperatures zilikuwa zina affect kila mtu, you know. So kama there's a way we can help one another kukabi kitu, you know, I think it's like even better. Alafu sasa pia naona like when the storms hit hard, unajua mvua ikinyesha and then the storms hit, kuna like a lot of differences because unapata there are places zenye mvua itachapa sana na utapata watu wanaishi kwa like you know those urban settings. Most of the houses zinakuwa swept away. You realize that, ndio?
Yeah, most especially mud houses na nyumba za mabati.
Hizo urban settings I feel like wanakuwa mostly affected because you know having such a place, living in such a place, alafu the storm hit in a different way na hiyo mvua plus ikuje na upepo yake, you know most definitely nyumba yako inaenda kuanguka.
Yeah, but ukiwa na miti najua pia miti wanga inazuia the force of the water.
Yeah,
like ikikuja and then ikuje and then pia you know trees zina absorb maji.
Yeah. Alafu pia hiyo upepo iwezi pita sana kama kuna hiyo miti, ndio?
Like in an open air. So just like the climate change summit theme was this year, it was driving green growth and climate finance solutions for Africa and the world. So green is everything. Yeah,
definitely.
Green is just everything.
Yeah, so nilikuwa naona jua ikiaka inaaka sana, you know, and then some mvua imekuja sana. So you know the sense between these two things because vile sahi vile drought ilikuwa it was hitting most parts of the country na ilikuwa very difficult. So another cause of like the climate change, kumekuwa na drought for the longest time hapo nyuma kabla mvua ianze. So na feel ili impact like on a huge number of people because you know unajua places kama Turkana, you know those are places zenye drought zikihit. Yeah, they lose a lot because unapata it's not only people wanakufa, the animals pia wanakufa, you know, wanakosa food. Yani they were like the most affected people during climate change. So what are your thoughts on like that?
Drought definitely imeumiza watu wengi sana, most especially so in West Pokot, Turkana, the way people were suffering, not just people but also animals. Najua these animals they also you see animals pia zinatusaidia in so many ways.
Yeah, because in such places unapata bado wanatumia animals kusafirisha like vitu because unapata maybe a well is far.
Yeah, it's very far, and then that is the only food like they can easily access. You know, like for the Maasais and the Turkanas, that is the Samburus, the only meat they can eat on a daily basis, the only food they can eat on a daily basis without straining so much, it's that meat. Because niambie atatoa wapi mboga za green and the way that place is very dry. So you find out that they also depend on such to survive. Because if if also they need water, they need those animals to transport. So they use the animals for transportation, for plowing, for everything.
It's actually their food
Yeah,
also.
it's actually their food also. So if drought comes and it's dry, and then the animals get to die, they are also going to lose big time, because they are going to suffer. First of all, if you don't eat, malnutrition, and you'll definitely die. You see, most of the people lost their lives. And
that's
the
true.
animals also lost their lives. So I would really like the government to help people from such places. You can plant trees and help with the irrigation.
Exactly.
If you try as much as you can, kutafika time, those such places zitakuwa green. We are striving for the green beauty and the green environment. That is what we are working on.
And everybody should be like working towards that, because nafikiria unajua investors don't go for such places juu wanaona there's nothing
there is nothing to benefit from
actually ukianzia tu from labor hauwezi pata like labor sufficient pale, because people are already weak in that area. Unapata hiyo drought iko sana and the heat is also too much, so unapata like the working condition is not favorable. Unaona, so I think investors wanakimbia such places, but then in real sense hiyo ni place mse ukifanya like a green action thing hivi utapata there's a lot you can gain from such a place. So you realize that.
True.
So I also feel like this one hits to all parts of the country. Utapata like food has been lacking like a lot.
True.
Unapata greens zimekuwa kidogo sana, unapata food imekuwa kiasi. Because I also feel like there's not enough food. Na livestock pia inakuwa swept away with that floods. Nasaka hakuna food. Unajua food ni basic need.
That's bro, kama ungekuwa umekula asubuhi, hata leave alone asubuhi, lunchtime ungekuwa pata unatoa sauti kweli, ungekuwa like you're going to die the next minute.
And then I imagine somebody ana survive na one meal which is not even close to heavy. Unajua,
and it's not a heavy meal. Like Choco says, someone takes something like tea. Then that's
ana survive even the whole day. That's like so tricky. So for this climate change, there's a lot of like effects zenye ziko na so much waste that I feel like every time tukika chini they hold those meetings, the climate summit, they discuss all of these things. Unajua definitely hawezi kosa solution to some of these things, because something like kukosa food it hits the whole nation, because unapata ile area inatoa food hawezi transport food to the other areas simply because areas zao zita lack food, you know.
True.
And I feel like
insufficiency.
So this climate change thing imekuja with a lot of weight. Na I think the earlier watu wataichukua that serious, the better
for all of us. That is why they have come up with a holiday on 13th November. That thing, I'm so happy. I'm eagerly waiting for it. When is today, by the way?
Today I think is like 9th. Today so we have like a few days.
So we have like 5 days. We're counting 5 days down the line, and then 4 days. Then the 5th day we go plant trees. Bro, mjitokeze. Mjitokeze, go plant trees. Trees is everything.
Na hiyo itakuwa business opportunity for you guys wenye mnafanya like the tree planting. So you see these people work at trees in the two small black bags. The seedlings.
Actually, my brother does that.
Oh wow.
So I'm very proud of my brother, despite the fact that he's also working, but at least he does something.
He appreciates the environment.
And then also my dad, apart from work, he also does that, which is something that is very nice. I also plant trees myself. By the way, talking of planting trees, if I may ask, Benis, have you ever planted a tree before?
Yeah, I've ever planted a tree before.
At home or
no, actually tulianza hii kitu tukiwa nilikuwa I don't know in primary, and then these times these big people wanakujanga shule, but then I was young, so sikuwa naelewa, you know. So mimi nilikuwa tu nasikia wakisema if you cut down one tree today, tomorrow you plant two. So unapata like along the field hapo hivyo kwa malaini za nini hiyo pitch unapata tumeplant trees pale hivyo. So but we used to be silly tukiwa watoto, unafunga kamba kwa hii mti na unafunga kwa hii mti, so by the time mtu anakimbia akienda kuruka katikati
ishavunjika.
You know, so we were then very stupid, but I think like right now watoi wamekuwa empowered, wamekuwa sensitized in a better way yenye mtoi anakaa akijua green action ni nini, si ndio?
True.
Because the last event I attended of that, nilipata like the most people wenye walikuja kuattend your event, actually ilikuwa like students, you know. So I feel like they took a very good step because like vitu kaa hizi unatafuta a long term solution. A long term solution ni kutoa mtoi chini a grow up akijua kuna green action. We're supposed to be planting trees. We're supposed to be watering the trees zenye tumeplant. We're supposed to be taking care of them to do the weeds and stuff.
Because unajua pia ukipanda mti na uache ikuwe bushi, bro,
Aje sasa.
So I need to. And then me, kuna two people I want to recognize and appreciate in the environment matters. We have the wife of Musalia Mudavadi. She's really doing nice in the environment. And then our first lady, Rachel, she's also doing good. And then most especially the governor of Vihiga County, Dr. Wilberforce Hasilo Tichilo. That guy, I really salute him when it comes to environment.
Shout out to
him.
Aku.
A very big shout out.
Yeah, we really love you.
Yeah, he's the chairperson of the Council of Governors, Environment and Climate Change Committee. So he does everything he can, and he's come up with even opportunities in the environment, the agriculture sector, to include the youths, so that at least they can get an opportunity to develop themselves. Which is a very good thing.
It's a very good
Whenever
thing.
you include youth in everything, that's a very good thing.
That's a good investment.
That's a very good investment because they're the future.
The youth are the future.
Tomorrow. We are the tomorrow.
So pia unajua the youth actually ukitaka kufanya kitu na you work fiti inakuanga like the youth.
So you know all about the youth.
Because wazae wataka tu pale mtaa
watulie. Kuenda wanaenda. Who do you want to be the next that mzee? It's time we start empowering these young youths for them to become the next tomorrow.
Because the youth have the most like jobless people around, wana idle around sana. So unajua ukipata ukiwa engage kwa vitu kama hizi, I feel like you're giving them reason to live, unawapatia reason to work hard, unawapatia reason to like take care of every other thing yenye ina come along the way. Because unapata msana by the way unajua una learn responsibility from a very small thing. Like say nikipanda hiyo mti hapo and then I like water it every day, niseme kama ni asubuhi na jioni ama once in a day, si ndio? Alafu nikuwe na ipalilia. Unajua that's your responsibility.
That's your responsibility.
Unajua una learn from a very small thing like that one. But then at the end of like 10 to 20 years unapata that tree has grown, but kama ni avocado zinatoka huko. Quality, right?
Quality avocados.
Na kama umepanda mti ya kutoa mbao ya kujenga, unatoa very legit things.
Very legit things.
So that's
you talked about that, and I think climate change is offering great opportunities to youths in the society. So there are things like community engagement. If youths can lead local whatsoever to promote sustainability tree planting.
Sustainability tree planting,
sustainability and tree planting. If just as you talked about youths offering you can be a youth and then you decide mimi nataka kuanzisha seed bed ya kutengeneza tree seedlings. Everyone will be coming to you, anataka kununua hizo seedlings, aenda afanye nini, apande. And that's a job opportunity to you because through that you're engaging them, they're giving you money and you're giving them the seedlings back.
And then with time tena ugrow. Unajua utakuwa create others with that opportunity.
Others another opportunity because you will also need people who can help. Then so it's just a matter of opportunities also for youths.
So tukicreate the youth opportunity, how pia wajicreate the opportunities.
It's making
actually
sense.
I think green action is like the most sponsoring thing, because this is something utapata somebody is willing to invest in, because it's actually something that affects everybody in the society, everybody in the community. It's not just about us, pia it's about the oceans pia, because climate change ni kitu ina revolve around. It's not about the land only, it's also about the sea. So creating an opportunity for yourself and then you create an opportunity for others.
It's nice.
It's like the best thing unaweza fanya as a person in a society ama from your community, mobilizing one another. And then unajua kutumia the youth wanaweza spread the word faster than any other person.
Exactly.
Because utapata mse mmoja ako kwa groups kama 50 hivi.
Yeah, kama hizi vitu za international corporations, you find out that climate change is a global thing. And when youths are engaged, they are being given a platform to share whatsoever they have. Someone might see that person and then they'll be like, that guy, akona ile, he has whatever we need. So I think we need to absorb him. And then when you absorb a youth, you'll be like, I think youths have this ability to do this. Because when they speak out their minds, it's a new generation that is coming.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, they keep on coming up with new minds, new everything, new stuff. So it's a guarantee, it's an opportunity for them. So it's not just something that is beneficial to like
the youth only. The youth wanna benefit, but also every other person benefits from it.
Every other person benefits.
Yeah, that's like a good idea. Na the youth, I think kitu naweza sema ni the youth, you should like take everything unafanya seriously, because I imagine sahi kuna mtu anasikia alafu atasema hawa watu wamenipatia idea fulani, and then you take the idea. Instead uiweke into use, unaweza iweka for like a month or two, but then that's not what you're saying. Tunasema ukianza sahi, just know challenges zitakuwa ukianza, and just know hizo ni stepping stone kwako. So whatever challenges inakuja along the way, you know what, just continue, alafu whatever happens. But at the end of the day, we wish like every other youth a success na kile tu kitu ataamua kufanya.
And then unaona sijui mbona nilikuwa nasahau this thing. Unaona si pia hii mambo ya solar whatsoever, energy. That thing is really providing opportunities mbaya sana. You see, for the installation of the solar panels, si lazima kukuwa na watu wa mkono. And you find out that the young engineers are there. You want to engage them, you give them that opportunity, you give them those contracts, or you give maybe an engineer. Huyo engineer mkubwa haezi akafanya hiyo kitu peke yake, atahitaji watu wa mkono. And this is a society atasema, atauliza maybe chief, do we have some youths here wenye wamefanya staff 1 to 3 and then they get an opportunity, wanakuwa engaged in that, wanafanya hizo vitu, and then at the end of the day at least you have something in your pocket. You won't end up going to steal from someone, so that at least you can have something. So inakupea pia mind, unafikiria you get exposed, and you be like, if this is how we did with our engineer, I need to try this next time on my own. So inakupea pia ability ya kufungua mind yako. Like you are open to everything that comes with it,
and always inafaa pia una learn from like the person mwenye amekuleta on board, because msendi akuja kuite, yes definitely ameona your potential, but then wewe kama wewe inafaa you take that time ujitume, and then you also learn from this person, because unapata there is a lot anajua, maybe because amekuwa in the field of work like longer than you have been. So utapata there is always a new thing each and every day yenye utakuwa una learn from a person. Right.
And then unaona solar, pia these solars they help in they are mainly for pumping water, even not providing light. Zikipump hivyo water, so people hakutakuwa na less supply of water. So people will be able to do their domestic chores, the farming chores, and you'll be able to irrigate. Hata ukipanda miti hauna shida, so everything is just flowing smoothly, and we keep on having the green environment. Mbona tu watu tusijitume jamani?
Na si ati tunafanyia watu wa solar marketing, but then I also think like unajua tumeoverdo kwa kutumia electricity.
Tumeoverdo kwa kutumia electricity.
Things like solar hizi ndo vitu zina save energy actually.
Exactly.
So hizi vitu, but I always look at some, unaweza pata this nice hotel, and then unapata at the top of it kuna this solar. But unajua mainly zinakwanga zimekuwa pale for backup, just in case like stima ipotee, and then the solar inaweza tumika kama sio generator, but that's also a good idea, but hadi to promote kampuni ya solar,
at least pia
ni energy saver.
Ni energy saver, and then it's 100% as long as kuna jua, you're free like nitakuwa na this
utakuwa na power.
Nitakuwa na power. And then most of unaona maji ya kisima, it's not a must for you to have electricity. Use that solar.
Hizo tutumie tu solar,
tuchukue hizo tutumie, at least pia we make them, hata ni youth ule kule mwenye anafanya hiyo kazi ya solar, unataka aje akuwe promoted if we don't do that.
Mpaka tu sisi ndio tuwa promote.
Mpaka sisi tu ndio tuwa promote.
Yeah, so but talking about floods, umeona like there's been like that's what's happening like currently.
Yeah, currently, yeah.
There's been a lot of misplacement of
until even some river banks are
breaking out.
The bridges, yeah, they are breaking
because of the pressure of your maji inatoka from the other parts. Yeah.
But you see, if kama tungekuwa tuko na vitu tume keep this our environment in a way that hii kuchimba mitaro, unajua pia ukichimba mitaro inasaidia the passage ya maji. Like maji haitakuwa una flat ground, haitakuwa, but ukichimba mitaro pia itasaidia in that flow ya maji. Plus miti tena bado kurudi tu kwa miti.
Tuko tu hapa. These are the same things tuliwaambia last year, tutasema this year na tutasema next year, you know. Yeah, so we should just embrace like going back to planting trees, going back to kuchimba hizo drainages ziende fiti.
Yeah, kuchimba hizo drainages actually it's one of the best.
Yeah, because it's so painful ukiona somebody's stuff imekuwa swept away bana, mpaka gari.
I know, mpaka gari inabebwa
na maji. Mpaka sometimes najiuliza kwani what's the weight of the engine in that car? You know, because unapata gari yenyewe basically imefloat mbele juu ya maji.
You know, if it's you
and even people are inside ama maybe on top of it, unajua it's not only about the loss of lives.
Yeah, let's try some good measures of trying to prevent this kind of floods. Yeah, we at least do something on it so that we stop talking about the same thing. This year is flooding, next year drought, flooding. Every time it's just about no, we can stop this by doing whatsoever we are good in and ensuring that we have a very conducive environment.
Yeah, because I watched this documentary on floods that was in Nyando sub-county. Yeah, ilikuwa na breakage. I don't know however the dam ilitengenezwa, but I just wonder how maji ilikuja ika overflow outside. Unajua, seeing the place like basically nyumba zilikuwa pale hivyo mingi, but then after the floods like unapata tu ni kapisi tu ya nyumba ndio imebaki, you know, maybe mabati na mbao tu kidogo, and then they even using the boat, inaitwa boat, wanatumia the boat ku cross over from one place to another, like it's flooded mpaka haikauki at the moment, you know. So I'm trying to figure out like how are they even surviving with this type of condition, you know.
Ukaongelea hiyo kitu and I just felt that pain, plus I just remembered we have these people who are mining. Yeah. So in our place, you know, in our area, you when you just tell someone Ikolomani, that is gold mine. They're just that is gold mine. So say people have gone into that thing. You know, we have a mining factory around there at the bridge, at the bridge at Rivayala. So people now are making money from it, and they are not even thinking about risking their lives. So people have just gone into this thing of mining. You know, that mining thing. In a little soil erosion, hawafanyi the right way, the way mining is supposed to be done. They're not even putting on the right measures to do that. Wanachimba tu for them, they are going in the name of kutengeneza pesa.
Masa, what if escape ingine ikuje iangukie?
You know, they are not even thinking.
Now these cases have been there before.
Yeah, these cases have been there and they are still there, you know. They'll
still be there because I feel like watu wasipoweka the right measures in place. Major place kama hapa nikiingia, actually I think inafaa waike like maybe a setup waseme this week maybe let's work on this area to that area, unaona. So if I think inaweza kuwa easier.
And for them they're just doing it because, and then you know there is this village guy of mine. He told me, you know, the less cash I can make in a day is 3,000. You can imagine what 3,000 is, but huyo mtu kitu anafanyia pesa, you don't know. Hiyo pesa like anaenda from Monday to Monday. So imagine making 3,000 in a day. That is even better than someone who works in an office. But at the end of the day, there is nothing constructive you're doing with it. Na sasa unajua yuko sasa ndio youths wengi wameenda kupotelea. Even wenye hata hawajamaliza class 8. Even someone dropping out of school in the name of going to such kind of places. So our government, we really want them to fight for such kind of things because we are losing the young generation.
Exactly.
You find someone amaliza from 4 to immediately instead of even hata kupanda hizo having a seed bed or even kwanza kupanda mboga, you sell them to people. You know, even supermarkets nowadays wangu wanatafuta those suppliers to supply vegetables to them
kama nyanya.
Na ikuangi rahisi. So wewe unaenda unapotea, unaenda kwa gold mine which is not even approved, umeenda kwanza kufanya, then at the end of the day hata hujamaliza 2 years tunasikia you're not there anymore. So the government should try for the right measures.
Exactly. So that has been our part 1 of the show, and we are going to leave you thirsty for more. Catch that on our episode 2.
Climate is everything. I can't stop. You know, this topic is just amazing, and we are hoping that next time we'll have a guest to talk about this climate
definitely
change thing.
That's why we are giving you a second episode of it.
That's why we'll give you a second episode of it. But always stay tuned. This was The Opportunist on Stan Media, Stan FM.
Meanwhile, you can find us on our social media handles. You can find us on X, you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, everywhere. You know, uingia pale YouTube, subscribe to our channel, give us like the best of your best, to tupatie your feedback. We value you because you are our audience. So thank you so much for joining us. My name is Benis Merrill.
My name is Cherish Prudence, as usual. That is what I keep on saying, and always tune in to Stan FM. We never disappoint. Stan Media at the top. Ciao. Big up.